Stewart. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, they run with Stewart. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Brenton Burson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. On second down, Montgomery. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 42. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, they go Montgomery. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 58 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now Stewart on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back to the ground now with Stewart. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This is Stewart again. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. To throw is Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, Sent this one off target.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to work. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Yeah, nice catch. Nice catch. Touchdown. Nice catch, offense. Good job, offense.
So they're going to go for 2.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Here we go.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first. first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Throwing is Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now it's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a 1st down.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Newton to Shepard, complete over the middle, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Okay, on that incompletion, we can make a pivot here, because I wanted to give a hat tip to the Cleveland Browns. They lost last week again. That's not the news. The news is that they didn't commit a penalty. They're the only team in the NFL not to do that this year.
So you're going total silver lining here.
I'm looking for something.
I like that.
Looking for something.
You have a big heart, a lot of empathy there. It's hard to believe, though. When you lay that out, coaches talk all the time, right? No penalties, guys. Show discipline, and we'll be a good football team. They have no penalties and still can't get over the hump and get a win.
Yeah, they were in that game against the Jags, just fell a little bit short. Third and long, it's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first.
He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. And you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Running left, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Here we go.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A give. This is Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Third down. It's Montgomery, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's go.
Now Montgomery running right. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
this has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go.
Montgomery. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now a first down throw for Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. 1, 9.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They run. Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10. Newton again. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they can't bring him down. And now running right through it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. With Montgomery. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery from 17 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on second down is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go! Grand 38!
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 30 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Come on, let's go! Grand 30!
They'll try and run it here. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Come on, let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real. Don't talk with no. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream, look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. I'm it. Squad. 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 Square one, it's hard to square up. Everybody got come, mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party, I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced that before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating this a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up. Block of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness, I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's fast tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight and lose your mind. Squad, I'm it. Squad, I'm it. Squad, I'm it. Squad, I'm it. Squad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Nelson's Packers going up against Brown's Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. first carry for Ty Montgomery. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Lets it go for Nelson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They're going to try and throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Hundley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Hundley. And Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And taken right on the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go!
On 3rd down. That's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Again, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, Antonio Brown, we talked earlier about his 3-touchdown performance last week and the amazing catch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, it's Bell. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Well, we got a minute here after that incompletion. What are your Thanksgiving plans this week?
Well, I'm still trying to figure them out totally, but can I tell you what happened pre-Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Okay, in my game this week,
yeah.
I had Minnesota and Los Angeles. So
right.
In pregame, I got bumped into the GM of Minnesota who had a big cup of coffee, splashed all over both of us. I had to work the game in my suit, drenched in coffee. But before the game, I was a little upset about what had happened, so I was upstairs. And one of my colleagues, Max, says to me, he's just standing there, and he knows I don't want to talk. And finally just looks at me and goes, so what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
That was his default. He had nothing else to go to.
Nothing to go to. So, Max, I didn't know then, and I still don't know now what my plans are for Thanksgiving.
Well, we know you're prepping. You got a game this week. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, it's Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. This is Bell on the dump off. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald from 4 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 29. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Packers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. 9
yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now here's a carry heading left. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Packers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jake Ryan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sean Davis with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
To throw now on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sean Davis with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them. and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Throwing, Hundley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The slot man in motion right.
Motion, check. Shift.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. So they're going to go for two. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now the Packers get set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So that'll back him up 5.
down. Oh, are you listening? Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher, 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 higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets, all I need. We're going higher, 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 higher. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep feel the flame. Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? No, don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets, all I need. Going higher, 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 higher. Oh, keep running. 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 Oh, keep
When my dogs can't get in between, I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, man. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen, man. What's left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Man, amen. I been on the block, my side. Run it in the house for us 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch. Amen. I just three, I don't do sleep. Yeah, trying to sing. UV. Yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep. Amen. Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Packers going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20 with the Green Bay Packers. Here's Ty Montgomery, former star at nearby Stanford. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 76 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, 10, 12-yard runs. This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down, the run with Lynch. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Past the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This is Jalen Richard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game because of
Packer pressure, and down he goes. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he...
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now Hundley. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Carr. And this is Carr. It's Cooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athletic.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch taking it in. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Montgomery running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. To throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run. It's Washington. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better than...
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A give. This is Montgomery. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. Spins by, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Lynch, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And oh, my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game.
Jordy Nelson all by himself. 30, 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. In motion left goes a tight end. They start the drive with Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a good game. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before half for Carr. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 87 yards. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Toss play. This is Washington. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a give running right is Montgomery. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 45 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On the give, this is Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Second and just 1. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
6-18.
Handoff comes to Lynch. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Carr going to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down, Carr. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he puts it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. So this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. Finding room to the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back back now in the East Bay. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And some space here. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Comes to Montgomery, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far. Yeah,
and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And some room to work. He's at the 30, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they've told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They go play action here on first down. Finding room inside the 40. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Buying time to his left. Carrying one deep for Crabtree. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 23 yards on the play. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on third down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Now Carr got to have this one. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook from 4 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1-5. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Blake Martinez. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Montgomery, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing, Hundler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go! Flex round!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And now here come the Raiders. On 1st down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on 1st down, Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make.
Defense showing blitz. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Next round. Next round.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. The 30. 10. 5. And he will get this into the end